Hello, gorgeous Geminis. Welcome to your reading with me. This will be for the month of November. So we're going to dive in, see how this month will be for you guys, what messages we can get from Spirit, maybe some predictions of what might happen. So let's dive in, shall we? I already pulled out an animal spirit card for you. So let's see what it has to say. So you guys got the elk. All right, and I'm going to read this out the book. So the keywords here is stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. So this kind of feels a bit like an emperor energy or maybe a king of pentacles. So all about stability, all about providing. So regardless of who you are, that's the energy that you guys seem to be giving off. But let's read the messages that it has for you. So the great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. So just being aware of ego and not being too stubborn, because sometimes that earth energy has that is a bit of a negative trait at times, can be a good thing. But during this month, just be aware of ego and stubbornness, but really embrace how you're showing up during the month of November, because ultimately this is a really good card as long as you are staying true to your values and taking action on those. So you guys could be providing or creating support and stability in your life. Let's see what else. Really understanding your core values. Maybe family is important. Being supportive of others, being kind and generous seems to be a theme for you guys. So I like that energy. Alrighty, let's see what else is going on for you guys for the month of November. Let's see what is going on for my Geminis. Thank you. So you're feeling blessed in the month of November. Now, usually when this card comes in, it's not a month of rushing. It means that things are kind of going in a nice pace. It could go faster, of course, because I always say this is the flow of life when we're like rushing ahead. There's lots going on. So this might be a calm month. I like it. It's only calm because you're doing some inner work, right? This is not the right time to dive into things because you're not quite ready for it yet. You're working on yourselves or working on something. This is a good time though to really be grateful for this present moment, for the month in itself, to really feel blessed about how far you've come. Usually this card does come up as my card of like dodging a bullet at some point in your life, and maybe this is a really good time to reflect on how different life could have been if you had went down different roads. So it does feel like a really nice month of reflection and gratitude, and again feeling blessed. All right, what else is going on for Gemini in the month of November? Interesting. So you have financial constraints, but I don't feel like that's going to be a bad thing, because remember, elk is that king of pentacles. So it does feel like during the month of November, if you have been or you're entering this month struggling a bit financially or in terms of your stability and support system in general, it could very well be that this is why you're showing up as an elk energy, that you are really figuring out this area of your life to get more stable. So maybe you're working extra hours, or maybe you are just being a little bit more wise with your income and where it's going. Let's see what else. What's the energy for the month of November for Gemini? Okay, we got 2. We have love. So a key theme for the month is about love. Be aware, I don't know if like any of you are getting like nosebleeds, because I'm feeling as if I'm having one, but I know I'm not. And I never had them. So like, I remember what it felt like a long time ago, and it feels like that. Okay, anyway, this says, I'm committed to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Love and friendship, that's really interesting. So again, strong energy of like family and friendship and community and love being here. So even if financially or in terms of stability, things are not looking how you would expect it to be at this point in your life, but what's beautiful about this is it seems to be like, okay, sure, maybe you can dive into the flow of life in a little bit in another part of your life, but for now I really want you to appreciate during this month the love and support that you have around you. So this says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, and this says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, so finding out what that lesson is there. Let's get you some more. for Geminis. Interesting. Anything else for Gemini? You got a lot. Okay. We got quite a few messages here. So Bat came out with Chakra, opportunity or windfall. Take care. Enemies are working against you. So this is good. I just don't like what's around you. So this could be a friend, maybe someone who leeches off of you or wants what you have. Be aware of that. Or maybe it's people in the workspace. You are reaching opportunities and windfalls. I just feel like there are people around you who want to take advantage of that. And that could be people who see that you're having a good thing going and they want a bit of cake, you know, they want their bit even though they've done no work. So really just pay attention when this is coming up. This is inevitable. You are going to have an opportunity in this month and a windfall of finances, okay? So that's great. But again, someone might want what you have. Someone might not believe that you're deserving of it and that they are more deserving. So just be aware of that energy. Hand came with teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex and help of need, assistance and guidance. And maybe this is someone who wants help or maybe they are helping you. Let's see. We have someone is leaving your life. Okay. So that's an empty chair. So that could be an end of a friendship. And Quill, get back to the basics. For some of you, I wonder if like an elk has left your life, right? Someone who was a bit of a support system for you or financial support system for you or a father figure. And it feels like now you're having to kind of step up in that energy on your own. Would that get back to the basics? But either way, November is a month of starting over a little bit. Now, that doesn't mean to scrap everything that you've done so far. It's not about that. I think it's about going, okay, things are not as stable as I want them to be. How can I provide more stability in my life and show up as this elk energy, right? So I like that energy coming up for you guys with that quill. I think it is a good time to plan, to structure, to think about the next year, okay, going into December and the rest of 2026. I really want you to think about how you can, finally bring some stability. But it does take some planning. It does take some thinking. It does take some mathematics that I know you got to figure it out. All right, maybe asking someone for help. But I don't know who that bat is, but I don't like that energy, okay? I'm just going to fix the top camera, then we'll dive into it. All righty, my angels. Let's dive into the tarot. Let's see. What messages does... Okay, Six of Pentacles, paying attention to where or who you're giving your money and attention or resources to. This is a really good time where I am feeling like you might get a raise or a promotion, or you're being given something because it's a fair thing. It's because of your hard work or because you deserve it. It just feels like someone doesn't deserve it and they're wanting it. So just pay attention to that, because usually in the Six of Pentacles, it is someone who's asking for something that they're not really needing or should have. Just pay attention to that. This is a great month though, on a good positive note, to really get back to the basics in terms of your day-to-day routine. Maybe that's going to bring you more stability. Maybe you need to wake up a bit earlier, or maybe you need more sleep. However it applies to you, changing your routines and changing what you're giving your attention and your time and energy to is really going to pay off. So pay attention to your eating habits, or making sure that you're drinking enough water. Make sure that you're giving your body food and energy, especially going into the season now. Of course, seasons change, which means wherever I am, it gets colder, which means that maybe you get more ill. So again, paying attention to what your body needs and adjusting where necessary, right? I want you to keep the scales balanced, okay? But again, routines will be very important. Habits, what are you giving your time and energy to? Is that taking from you, or is it giving to you? The Fool card. So this does mark almost a leap of faith for a new beginning for you. Thank you. I like this energy. You're getting an opportunity to show up. The Fool, I wouldn't really, recommend because of the Blessed card. But I think it actually feels like this is the beginning of a new beginning for you. The Four of Cups tells me that things have been quite comfortable for you for a while. And maybe you've rejected a lot of new beginnings or new ideas because maybe you were complacent with it, right? You didn't feel like you needed to change. But I feel like that's changing here. Yeah, Justice, you guys are probably going to come across a contract during this time, right? A new contract, or you're just being called for balance in your life ultimately. And I like that for you. I think it's good. One more card, please, for November, and a Ten of Swords. So that is an ending coming up as well. So busy month, I'm not going to lie. Let's dive into each of these. So Six of Pentacles. Why is this here for the month of November. So some of you need more rest. Some of you need to pay attention to your sleep and your health. Okay. And again, like I was saying, that can be about what you're bringing to your body. Make sure that you're bringing things that actually help fuel your body. You can do whatever you like, but remember, nutrition and water and sleep are really, really good things for you. Okay. So don't sleep on yourself when it comes down to that. Okay. Make sure that you're giving what you need to heal. What else with the Six of Pentacles? Some of you need more rest. Some of you might really, need a little bit of a time off so that you can really focus on this, inner world of yours, or again, to bring more balance into your world. Why is the Six of Pentacles here for November? The Lovers. Your choices being important here. Make sure that there is, a good balance in a connection as well could be important. Can you explain a bit more about Lovers here? Of course, Lovers is your energy also, Gemini. It's your card and a star. So healing a connection, being aligned in a connection as well, making sure there's a balance in a relationship. Some of you are healing, and I think that's going to open doors to new relationships, because we do have love here. If you're single, for example, I do think you're going to meet someone who is your dream partner. But at the moment, you're healing yourself and you're creating balance for yourself so that you're ready for this person. What else do I see with this? If you're in a current relationship, as I said, the Star card is about healing, Aquarius energy, but the Lovers is probably you. Most importantly, Gemini, is about you really kind of healing yourself, and not just health-wise, but also spiritually. And that's based on your choices. So in the month of November, I feel like there's a way of honoring yourself through your decision making. Maybe doing things that really light you up. Again, important stuff. Why is the Fool here? King of Wands, so being a bit adventurous. I don't mind that energy. This could be a really good time to just dive all into your career, to your ideas. What about this? The Fool. Queen of Swords, placing boundaries, knowing what you want, being clear about it. Oh, yeah, and that could very well be, so some of you could be a fire sign that you're dealing with that you need to cut out, by the way, because 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords, it feels like you've been delaying an ending. Maybe you didn't want to hurt someone's feelings, but it just feels a little bit now like someone's just being too immature and too selfish and too foolish, right? That could be someone else around you. The Queen of Swords feels like this is you placing a boundary and going, you know what? Maybe my heart doesn't want to, place this boundary, because it does feel like you guys are very loving people and you're very loyal, but I feel like you're really understanding that maybe someone's not reciprocating that energy. Because 7 of Wands lately for me has been coming up as resistance. It feels like you've been resisting this 10 of Swords. So it feels like you're really going to have a really hard conversation with someone. The 4 of Cups, why is this here? And that could be what it is as well. Yeah, you've been kind of delaying this fallout here. But Justice is kind of the balance, the scales. I feel like the scales are haunting you. I feel like I'm seeing them being such a big symbol for you during the month of November, because it just feels like, I don't know, the 4 of Cups is just you've been avoiding this. You've been like, nah, I'm not going to do that. No, it's okay. Maybe they got their reasons for doing whatever, but it just feels like you're deciding that it's time to bring some balance into your life, and something needs to change with that 7 of Pentacles. You've been thinking this way for too long now, right? Whether it's about a friend, about a person in your life, or again, just about maybe not being balanced in your life, right? Maybe this is about you, these two aspects of yourself, where one has been more frivolous and a little bit more thinking about short-term happiness rather than long-term stability. And that could be a time where you're going to, you know what? I need to stop being frivolous. I need to stop thinking about, just this present moment. I need to start thinking about my future, my long-term stability. So again, there's just this energy of an ending for sure. 10 of Swords is showing up twice now. So there absolutely is an ending, but it doesn't have to be bad. I just feel like what's happening is you're removing blockages in your life. The scales are haunting you here. It's time for justice. It's time for balance. It's time to get what you deserve and stop blocking your own self here by trying to stop a shake-up in your life, right? The Tower card. Who wants their life to shake up? No one. We all like and prefer a bit of comfort, right? We just want things to be a bit easier sometimes, and that's fine. But 7 of Pentacles is just something's just wasting your energy, because you're doing the work is what it's telling me, but it's not It's not that it's not good enough. I just think you need to change it. Let's see. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. With Seven of Pentacles. Needing to listen to your heart. Your instincts. Let's see. What exactly is going on here? Six of Swords, about moving away. So this could be about moving. That could be why there's contracts coming up here. Maybe you've tried to make something work, for example. Can I know exactly what the situation is in Gemini's life? The Two of Cups, so it could be about love, you know. It could be about moving in a relationship, for example. Justice, Seven of Pentacles. What's this Seven of Pentacles being? Empress, about a mother, right? Empress can be about a mother or mother figure. The Nine of Swords, worries, stress, tense situations. So if some of you, it could be about moving, which may have been something that people did not agree on, but that could be something that's happening here. It could also just be about, again, changing something. But I do get the sense that there needs to be a relocation of some sort. And it doesn't have to be to do with your home, but it just feels like the Six of Swords is important as a solution here to create balance. And that could just be letting go of certain arguments or certain things in your life that have created conflict, right? Because the Six of Swords is about kind of seeking refuge elsewhere because the current home was too chaotic. So it's just that kind of energy of moving away from what's creating a lot of tension and stress in your life because you can't build there. And that can be in a career, that can be in any, could even be internal, right? That could also be that, but it just feels a little bit like something is getting in the way of this Empress energy, which I don't quite like. The Empress is about abundance, about being kind-hearted and compassionate and unconditionally loving and abundant, right? But the Nine of Swords seems to be keeping her up at night. Worries, tense situations could again be about friendships, love, partnerships. There's a lot of stress in this area, but Justice wants justice, right? Wants this to be balanced out, which may have been something you've been not thinking about and not need, you know, feeling like it didn't have to happen now. Or Four of Cups, a bit of rejection. The Devil energy, a bit of complacency, like I was saying. Devil is just attachment to comfort at times, or a bit of fear, right? So we just stay where we are, but the Justice card is asking for you to expand now. So the month of November does feel like a decision coming up here. Definitely a great contract for some of you, right? To change your contract or to, you know, go up a higher here into a new position, which might mean more role, like a new responsibilities, but more money, right? It just feels a little bit like you're going away from comfort because it's not been reaching your goals, to expanding a little bit, which is not super what you want right now, but it's something that's going to get you your goals, which is what you want right now. So it just feels a little bit like this weird sacrifice, but it doesn't feel bad to me. Justice here saying it's going to create balance in your life, so it doesn't feel bad at all. Now, why is a Ten of Swords here? Interesting. Could definitely be a change going on in your career for sure, because the Knight of Pentacles is a really good card. It just feels like what you're ending is again that frivolous, or whoever that is who might be a bit irresponsible or a bit reckless, and we're becoming more stable here. So it can just be a bit of a transformation for some of you guys about long-term success, like I said earlier, to go towards abundance, right? The Empress being here again to create a safe space for the Empress, because like I said, the elk felt like the emperor, it's the father, the Empress is the mother. And I always say that it feels like sometimes we have to be in our masculine energy to create a structure that our feminine energy can rest in, to be safe in. So it's just that energy of, I feel like you're creating structure in your life. You're creating the foundation so that you can then relax and it can kind of make its own abundance because you've created it already. I don't know how to describe it, but you're doing the hard work now so that you can rest and relax in the future. So that's what it feels like for me. All right, showing up here. So what's ending is most likely financial constraints, because again, you're removing anything or an energy around your finances or stability that has created recklessness or frivolousness, or again, overly naive and optimistic. You're kind of getting grounded, getting serious, getting invested for abundance. Okay, and also knowing your worth, knowing what you can have. I'm just going to go over this friendship. Temperance, that's about harmony. Some of you could be reconciling with an old friend. Queen of Cups, this could be a lover as well, right? Making friends with a lover. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords could be someone who acted a little bit sneakily or has been self-sabotaging. Queen of Cups, following your heart. Two of Cups can be bringing harmony, friendship. Four of Wands, that is a reunion. Just be mindful, that's all I'll say about that. Blessed. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So that's telling me that you guys are going to have a brand new beginning. Can be relocating for sure, but Queen of Pentacles is all about you are having a new beginning for your stability. So I love that for you. All right, so you are feeling blessed in the month of November. Just a lot to think about, but it's not a bad month for you. All right, my angels, just a lot to do, and that is just life. But anyway, Gemini, I'm going to love you and leave you. If you enjoyed, if something made sense for you in this reading, let me know in the comment section and by giving the video a thumbs up. But aside from all that, I'll see you guys next time.